Well, I hope so. Look, we did a job with India and Pakistan and Serbia, Kosovo, and Rwanda and the Congo, and this was all over the last 3 weeks or so, Marco, right? We did, and others that were ready to fight, and we stopped a lot of fights. I think a very big one, frankly, a very, very big one was India and Pakistan, and we stopped that over trade. We're dealing with India and we're dealing with Pakistan, and we say we're not going to be dealing with you at all if you're going to fight. And they were maybe at a nuclear stage. They're both, nuclear powers. And I think stopping that was very important. We're trying to help out with a Biden-created monster, this whole thing that's happening with Russia and Ukraine. It's a horrible thing, and I'm not happy with President Putin at all. But this is something that would have never happened if I were president. This was a war that was never going to happen. Go ahead, Brian.
A deal where nuclear inspectors go into both Israel and Iran, that you could win a Nobel Peace Prize, and they might even rename it the Trump Peace Prize. Did you hear those? What do you think of that?
Well, they should give me the Nobel Prize for Rwanda and, if you look, the Congo, or you could say Serbia, Kosovo, you could say a lot of them. You could say, the big one is India and Pakistan. I should have gotten it 4 or 5 times. I should get it for the, I would think the Abraham Accords would be a good one too.
But what do you
They won't give me a Nobel Peace Prize because they only give it to liberals.
But sending inspectors
to have nuclear, or would you support Iran being able to have civilian nuclear energy capabilities up to 3?
And the look in I think the record of what happened at that time was very clear. And the ceasefire was something which was negotiated between the DGMOs of the two countries. So I will leave it at that. First of all, anything which happens between China and Pakistan, I don't see that as frankly shaping our Quad decision making. You talk about people say a lot of things. It's a free world almost. I can only say what is our thinking, which is that for us, Quad serves a purpose, that by working with these 3 partners, we actually advance our national interests and a collective good in the Indo-Pacific. As I said, we strengthen strategic stability in the Indo-Pacific. So when you speak about, issues between countries, you mentioned US and China. Well, I think if we are strengthening strategic stability in the Indo-Pacific, that in some ways perhaps even, deals with the concern that you have. So, look, in a world which is more uncertain, which is more volatile, more unpredictable, anything which is a factor of stability, predictability, anything which adds to the stable side of the ledger, I think is welcome. And Quad is very much a platform that contributes to that. Now, whether among the Quad partners there are issues or not, when you have relationships, what happens between the rest of them is not my business, it's for them. I can only speak for myself. When you have big relationships with countries, the relationships will not be free of issues. I think the strength of a relationship is not its freedom from problems. It is the ability to address those problems and then keep that trend going positively. And I would, definitely make the case with the United States that has been so, that over successive administrations, and it's not like we've not had problems with the earlier ones, but we have been constantly able to address those issues and move forward. So the answer to uncertain, predictable world is not to say, okay, so you should tie yourself closely to this policy or to that country, or take a knee-jerk response one way or the other. That's not the way strategic decisions are made.